Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of a towering mountain range, lived a young boy named Jack. Jack was an adventurous and curious lad who lived with his widowed mother in a modest cottage. Despite their best efforts, they were very poor and often struggled to make ends meet. Their only source of income was a cow named Milky White, who provided them with milk to sell at the market. One fateful morning, Jack's mother looked at their dwindling supplies and made a difficult decision. She called Jack and said, "My dear son, we have no choice but to sell Milky White at the market. With the money we can buy food and hopefully find a way to improve our situation." Jack, though saddened by the thought of parting with Milky White, agreed to his mother's plan. He set off for the market, leading the cow by a rope. Along the way, he encountered an old man who looked at Milky White with keen interest. "Good day, young man," the old man greeted Jack. "I see you are on your way to the market. Are you willing to sell this fine cow?" "Yes, sir," Jack replied. "I must sell her to buy food for my mother and me." The old man's eyes twinkled with a hint of magic as he reached into his pocket and pulled out 5 beans. "These are no ordinary beans," he said with a smile. "They are magic beans. Plant them in the soil tonight, and by morning they will grow into a beanstalk that reaches the sky." Jack, intrigued by the old man's words, hesitated. "But we need money for food," the old man assured him. "These beans will bring you more fortune than you can imagine. Trust me, young lad." Feeling a sense of adventure and hope, Jack agreed to the trade. He took the magic beans and handed Milky White's rope to the old man. He then hurried home to share the news with his mother. When Jack's mother saw the beans, she was furious. "Jack, how could you be so foolish? We needed money, not worthless beans." In her frustration, she threw the beans out the window and sent Jack to bed without supper. That night, as Jack slept, a wondrous thing happened. The magic beans took root and sprouted into a colossal beanstalk that reached high into the clouds. When Jack awoke the next morning, he gasped in amazement at the sight of the towering beanstalk. His sense of adventure ignited. He decided to climb it and see where it led. Up and up he climbed, through the thick foliage and swirling mist, until he emerged above the clouds. There he found himself in a fantastical land with a sprawling castle in the distance. Driven by curiosity, Jack made his way to the castle. As he approached, he marveled at the sheer size of the place. The doors were massive, and the windows reached heights he had never seen before. He slipped inside the castle and found himself in a grand hall filled with treasures beyond his wildest dreams. Gold coins, shimmering jewels, and precious artifacts were piled high. Suddenly, Jack heard a deep, rumbling voice that sent shivers down his spine. "Fee, fee, fo, fum! I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." Panicked, Jack hid behind a large barrel just as a giant entered the hall. The giant was enormous, with a fearsome face and a powerful presence. He looked around, sniffing the air, but eventually shrugged and sat down at a colossal table. He called out to his wife, a kind-hearted giantess, who brought him a huge meal. As the giant ate, Jack's eyes were drawn to a golden harp and a hen that laid golden eggs. He realized that these magical items could change his and his mother's lives forever. Summoning his courage, Jack waited until the giant fell asleep, then crept out from his hiding place. He carefully took the golden harp and the hen and made his way back to the beanstalk. As he descended the beanstalk, the golden harp suddenly began to play a beautiful melody, waking the giant. The giant roared in anger and chased Jack down the beanstalk. Jack, with a burst of speed fueled by fear and determination, reached the bottom first. He called out to his mother to bring an axe. With a mighty swing, Jack chopped at the base of the beanstalk. The giant, halfway down, lost his footing and fell to the ground with a tremendous crash, never to bother Jack and his mother again. Jack and his mother rejoiced at their newfound fortune. The golden harp played beautiful music that brought them joy, and the hen laid golden eggs that provided them with wealth beyond their wildest dreams. They lived happily ever after, knowing that their lives had been transformed by a sense of adventure, courage, and the magic of the beanstalk. But their story didn't end there. With their newfound wealth, Jack and his mother decided to help their village. They used the golden eggs to build a school, improve the infrastructure, and provide for those in need. The villagers were grateful and admired Jack for his bravery and generosity. One day, as Jack was exploring the village, he stumbled upon an old map, tucked away in a dusty corner of the library. The map depicted a distant land with mysterious markings and symbols. Jack's curiosity was piqued, and he decided to embark on another adventure to uncover the secrets of the map. With the blessings of his mother and the village, Jack set off on his journey. He traveled through dense forests, crossed raging rivers, and climbed steep mountains. Along the way, he encountered various challenges and made new friends who joined him on his quest. As they followed the map's clues, they discovered a hidden valley filled with ancient ruins and forgotten treasures. Jack and his companions worked together to solve puzzles and unlock the secrets of the valley. They found relics of a long-lost civilization and learned valuable lessons about history and knowledge. Inspired by their discoveries, Jack and his friends decided to share their newfound knowledge with the world. They returned to the village and established a museum and a research center where people from all over could come to learn and explore. Jack's adventures became legendary, and his name was known far and wide. He continued to seek out new challenges and opportunities, always driven by his sense of adventure and desire to make a difference. Through his journey, Jack learned that courage, determination, and a willingness to explore the unknown could lead to incredible discoveries and meaningful change. He inspired others to follow their dreams and embrace the adventures that life had to offer.